probably ain't fucking safe.
The hair in red as he walked from the place where the traitor lost both.
What up, YouTube? It's your boy ATH the Great, man. Back here with yet another video. This video is a response video to boy Team DJ. He made a video today entitled Going Down Memory Lane, pretty much showing kicks that remind him of his childhood. First off, I'm not going to show you guys any kicks because I don't have any kicks from my childhood, and probably if I did, you probably wouldn't want to see them. I was one of the kids that was, you know, a little less fortunate to have sneakers like that. And I mean probably through all from elementary school all the way through high school. You know I heard DJ said that, you know, his parents would buy his kicks like 3 times a year. Nah, not me. I got 1, maybe 2 on Christmas. That was it. That was it. You know, now sometimes I would get name brand. Sometimes I wouldn't. Now, here's the thing. It kind of went up and down with me. Like when I was really young, you know, probably 1st, 2nd grade or whatnot, you know, I used to rock the latest Nikes. You know, my dad used to buy them. He was in the military, so, you know, he would always have me in Nikes or Reeboks or whatnot. But as I got a little older, I guess maybe as I got bigger, you know, that cut out real quick. And it went to Pro Wings. I know some of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Pro Wings, pretty much the Payless athletic shoes. I remember at one time I had some Pro Wings. They were basically cleats, baseball cleats, that I had to wear to school every day. So, you know, but it was what it was, you know. Now, I don't know if you guys remember early in the night, I think maybe by the time I got to about maybe 4th or 5th grade, I'm not sure, it's when they were, I've been trying to, ever since I seen this video, I've been thinking about this because I wonder who sponsored these shoes. I want to say it were MC Hammer, but British Knights. Yeah, I had about 1 good pair of those. Yeah, that's about it. I wanted those shoes so bad. I remember, and I got them. I had them for the whole school year. I remember getting them in the summer. I think I was going in the 5th grade, maybe the 4th, 5th grade. But whatever it was, I had them the whole year. That was the only pair of shoes I had that whole year. I remember them because they were beat up so bad, like, you know, the tongue and shit was hanging all out of them, you know. But like I said, I'm really trying to think who made British Knights big back then. I want to say MC Hammer, but I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. But yeah, those were the shit back then. I know he mentioned in some of his other videos LA Gears. I had 1 pair of those. I had the LA Gear Lights, and I think maybe I had those when I first went to middle school. I had the LA Gear Lights, and those shoes eventually got on my nerves because of the lights. That's crazy, right? You know, I got the shoes because of the lights, but then they ended up getting on my nerves because of the lights. And I remember, I think like the air bubbles where the lights were at, I hold those out, you know, for having, you know, to wear them so long. You know, now, once I got up, you know, a little up in age, I want to say, you know, by the time, the thing was, I was on one side of town going to school in middle school, and then I moved to, you know, another side of town and started going to a new middle school, which then that's when I got on this whole big Shawn Kemp for the Fiasco. And I remember having the first Kamikazes. I wore those with everything. That was the only pair of shoes I had. And the thing about it is, I remember a girl cutting on me about those shoes. And think about it, the Shawn Kemp's Kamikaze, the ones. Those shoes are green, black, and white. And I remember that day I wore those shoes and I had on some purple jeans and some type of shirt my grandparents had bought. I don't know if any of you guys remember Gene West. You know the Gene West suits? I'm not sure. You guys may remember, some of you guys, but I remember those Gene West suits where you can go and get like fucking 10 of them bitches for $1 and shit. You know, the nigga, like, the first damn time you wear them bitches bleed all over your fucking shoes and all of that. Yeah, I had like probably, you know, every color in those. But that's what, you know, my grandparents could afford for me. And that was after, you know, once I went to the newer middle school, that's after my parents had divorced. Now, after my parents divorced, you know, kind of got, you know, a little crazy with the shoes. But, you know, yeah, I had the first Kamikazes, and I had to wear those for forever. And I want to say, I think that was my 7th grade year. Yeah. Because in the 8th grade, I ended up getting Kamikaze 2s. Not the original color ones, the white and black ones. And I wore them jumps to the bone. And, you know, that's the thing. But I think then is when I really started to learn how to take care of my shoes. Because for those shoes, I think with the whole Kamikaze thing is what made me start taking care of my shoes. Because I knew that was probably the only pair of shoes I was going to get for the whole year anyway. So, you know, I had to, you know what I'm saying, I had to take care of them. I had to keep them clean, you know what I'm saying, especially moving. Because here's the thing, you know, I touched a little bit on where I went to middle school at. Like, at first I was going to a middle school where it was a lot of Hispanics. So, you know, I was like, you know, I used to be like the only black in the class and stuff like that. So, you know, everybody seemed to be fucking scared of me or something. So nobody really never went in on me or nothing like that, you know. But when I went to my new middle school, it was a black middle school. So wearing that Gene West shit, purple and all these fucking colors, nah, they wasn't having that. They wasn't having that at all, you know. And I remember getting, you know, it was more so probably when I first got to the school, my 7th grade year, like, man, they used to ride me bad, man, you know, because of my clothes, you know, and it was hard. And then I got to the 8th grade, and I don't know, I got on, like I said, I got them Kamikaze 2s, and I got on some gangster shit, I guess, because that's when I started wearing Dickies and flannels and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, and stuff, you know. I never was walking with them hoes all off my ass and shit, because my daddy wasn't having that. I was lucky enough to get the Dickies, but, you know, you think about it, you know, the Dickies, they had every freaking color you can think of, you know, you can get some green Dickies, you can get some red ones, you can get blue, baby blue, orange, whatever color you think in your mind you can get. So, you know, I ended up getting, you know, a couple of pairs of them things and, you know, was able to kind of switch up some stuff. So, you know, but, yeah, that was my middle school. Now, when I got to high school, yeah, I was still on this Shawn Kemp thing. I remember getting the Kamikaze 3s. And they had a black one and they had a white one. And those shoes there, yeah, those I kept pretty clean. I went through a lot of shoelaces because I was always switching my shoelaces, you know, to match my clothes. So nobody want to talk about me, you know. So, you know, I've red shoelaces, black, you name it, it probably was in them Kamikaze 3s. those shoes lasted me, you know, man, they lasted me for a long ass time. You know, uh, a long time. But I think like my sophomore year, uh, yeah, I had to start back to school with those same shoes. Back in the day, yeah, that it's taking me back now. I think about it, you know, because yeah, my pops got me that summer. You know, it's a sad story, and I ain't trying to make you guys sad, but you know, yeah, I worked very hard that whole summer, and yeah, my pops took my money and did you know what with it. But that's another story, another day. Yeah, moving on. My 11th grade year, Air Max Nike Plus. I think that's right. The orange shoes that look like water. Or y'all remember the first they came out with, they were blue, yellow, and black. They looked like water, the Nike Air Max. And then they made some orange and black ones. Yeah. I think that's when, my 11th grade year in high school, that's when I really started to come up. My face started to clear up, and all the acne was starting to clear up. The braces was gone. I started getting pussy. So, so yeah. So, that's what, then I started working, and I started keeping my own money. And I started doing all type of stuff around the house to get shoes, rake leaves. My grandma used to have me sweeping the streets, sweeping rocks out the street. But that's how I would get money to get my shoes. And also later on that year, I had them Air Maxes. Then, now I can smile because this is what started it all. Air Jordan 13 playoffs. And y'all guys know the story with that. My mom and my dad took me to get those shoes, and yeah, I told you I got cussed out in the middle of freaking Foot Locker. And I mean that literally, guys. I didn't think it was that many cuss words in the book, but my mama probably called me every last one of them, from the time the dude put up the total price till she was cussing me out while she was paying. When he bagged them, I still was getting cussed out. When I was walking out the store, I still was getting cussed out. I remember even when, we walking out the store, bring your ass on. Yeah, she, you gonna cut some grass, you gonna wash some dishes, you gonna do this, you gonna do that. That shit had me like, well, just take the motherfucking shoes back, because you ain't gonna fucking be talking to me like that. That's what I wanted to say, but yeah, if I probably said that, yeah, I'd have got slid under something. But anyway, still, I mean, I really honestly that day she cussed me out, but man, I had the Air Jordan 13 playoffs. She could have, she could have called me all kind of names. She could call me all type of bitches and hoes that day, nigga. I would have been like, okay. But yeah. And then, you know what I'm saying, after that, my senior year, it was the 14s, the last shots. And the thing about it is now, at this time, I had collected a couple of shoes. I still have my Air Maxes were still looking fresh because our school colors were orange and green, so I had to hold on to those orange ones. So I still had those looking fresh. I still had my 13s. Those were on point. And the thing was really, and me and my buddy, we shared this story a lot, the 14s, I had the last shots, and my best friend had the red and white ones, and we pretty much shared those shoes. Between my playoff 13s and his red and white 13s and his red and white 14s and my last shot 14s, we kind of cycled them motherfuckers through the both of us, Also, my senior year, I ended up getting I don't know if you guys remember, the Gary Payton's, the gloves. the ones that zipped up, the zip up the glove. Yeah, I had a pair of those. I kept those for a minute. Yeah, I kept those for a minute. Because the thing is, back in the day when we was in high school, me and my best friend, we used to, have this little clique, and we was a, little dance group and all that stuff, and go to the clubs or the parties, and pretty much be a fucking stripper. Yeah, that's about right. Pretty much be a little pop locking ass motherfucking stripper, taking off clothes, watching girls scream and go fucking crazy, but shit was fun. It was fun. But yeah, and so now I went through pretty much from all my school years, with shoes, and after I turned around and graduated, those were the shoes that I had. I went to the military, and I took a break from shoes, and I don't know where any of those older shoes went. I think my dad or somebody probably did whatever with them. I have no idea. And then I went to the military, and I think I really wasn't into Jordan. I wasn't buying any Jordans then. I think I had like some Nikes. I ended up getting like the A5s or some shit that was out then. And then I take that back. I did buy some Jordans because I bought them for my brother. And that's really when I graduated and got to the military. That's when I really started buying them for my brother. I think his first pair of J's were the 15s. I think so. And then everything else was history. I think I got, it was those or it was the 12s, the red and white 12s. He had them before I did. So, yeah. And then, so I remember, when I got to the military, I got the 16s. I got them overseas. I actually got my brothers that day. I had to come back the next day and pick up my shoes. I already paid for them, but I remember the lady. Oh no! Your size, no, your size. You have to come back tomorrow. Your feet too big. So I remember I have to come back and get that, and now I'm waiting for them probably them same motherfuckers to send me a package. Big ups to my boys, man. DJ, Jersey Deep, Rob Dollar, QueenSoul.com. $50? $50 fucking dollars? Anyway, man. Yeah, so that, and then, while I was in, like I said, I don't know, I think I shared this story about my Laney 5s, because I remember seeing those mugs when I was stationed in San Diego at the exchange. And I fell in love with the motherfucking shoes, and I couldn't get them. Because I was just too afraid to get them shoes, because I didn't know if I was going to have them or they'll get stolen on a boat, so I never picked them up. And then I think in 2001, I came home on leave, and I ended up getting the Bred 11s. That was what got me back in fully, and everything else was on and popping from there. I think I missed my babies. I missed my Carolina and my Columbia 11s later on that year, and I missed those because I was overseas. I was on the Westpac, so I couldn't get them. So that sucked. And that's when you think about it. That's when in 2001 you think about it. You had the freaking Bred 11s come out at the beginning of the year, and then you didn't have another shoe come out until like the summer, and then you finally had another 11 come out like at the end of the year, and that's pretty much all you got for the year. You know what I'm saying? And a couple maybe in between of some other shit. The good days. And I know DJ and them touched on that too, the good old days with that. But, yeah. So, like I said, I got back in 2001. It was on ever since. And that's pretty much where I'm at now. With, from there, from 2001 all the way to now, is being able to pick up my shoes and, and enjoy them and stuff like that. You know, it's a story for me behind pretty much every shoe that I have, some type of story. But like I tell you guys all the time, man, I thank God for all of these shoes because He didn't have to bless me with any of them at all. So, and you know, like I told you guys, man, I'm not trying to brag or anything like that. I have a lot of shoes, and a lot of guys say I seem like I'm humble. Man, I'm telling you guys, I am probably the most humble uh, guy when it comes to these shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people all the time, you know, like my shoes, I'm just now turning over to this rep stuff, so all of my shoes are pretty much an authentic shoe. And I don't think I'm better than anybody else or anything like that. I'm just a person that just like tennis shoes. You know, I don't label myself as no sneakerhead. I don't label myself as any of those other crap ass terms because I was doing the shit before it was even a term. Before they even came up with sneakerhead or whatever, man, I was doing it before that. You know what I'm saying? Before all these little sneaker terms and all this stuff they put out, man, you know what I'm saying? I was already fucking, you know what I'm saying, 50, 60 shoes in. You know what I'm saying? Before all of this crap even started, you know, so. But like I said, man, I'm just thankful to God, man, because I wouldn't have any of this without Him. You know, and like I said, I try to be, and one of the reasons, you guys, why I am so humble is because I just went through, you know, my shoe history from when I was a kid. So now, man, like, I remember those days, man, you know, having to wear some of those shoes, man, for a whole school year, and that's all I got. That's it. You know, the summertime, get some shoes, and that was it, man. I had to make them last, you know, and like I said, with the Kamikaze 3s, man, I had to wear those for like a year and a half going to school. Same shoes, man. You know, and like I said, Gene West suits. You know, like I said, I'm not saying that, you know, I had the roughest childhood, but it wasn't the best. You know, yeah, motherfuckers cut on me and talked about me, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was probably, you know, one of the, I guess you call the ugly duckling, you know, in school or whatnot. Like I said, I'm one of them guys, like I said, man, I was pimple face, jacked up clothes, jacked up shoes, braces, you know what I'm saying? I had all that, man. Wasn't nobody trying to give me no play back then at all, man. You know, and like I said, it was something that happened when I got to the 11th grade. Like I said, you know, I mean, I was already playing sports, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when I was a freshman and even a sophomore, you know what I'm saying? It was just something about it because my junior year, I didn't play. I took the year off, you know, and came back my senior year. But it was just something in that, you know what I'm saying, that it just changed. But like I told y'all guys, just, you know, I know what it was. I know what it was. My grandma knew what it was. My daddy knew what it was when my face started clearing up and my voice started getting a little deeper and I was kicking it with this girl every day. Yeah, they knew. So, you know, something about it with her, it just cleared the face up and blah, 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 and ended up getting the braces off, and all of a sudden, you know, I always thought you was cute. No, the fuck you didn't. You know what I'm saying? I get that now even as a grown man. You know, girls, yeah, I always thought you was cute in high school. I just be like, okay, thank you. Why you didn't say nothing then? Hell, could have gave me something then. Hell, I probably don't want it now. Ain't no telling who done drove all in you. But anyway, man, that's my story, man. That's my walk down memory lane with shoes, man. Like I said, man, every time, too, I'm with you, DJ, man. Every time I pick up one of these shoes, man, it brings back a memory. And that is what is one of the things that is missing from the sneaker game today. Because what you guys don't understand are you sneakerheads and you guys out here copping too, and all this other crap that you talk about, man, you do not have memories like most of us guys who've been doing it before. Because most of us guys who've been doing this before you guys, it's not a term for what we were doing. We were just motherfuckers that were buying shoes, and eventually it turned into a collection. It wasn't no name. It wasn't no this. It wasn't no none of this crap. It wasn't nothing. It was just, I like those shoes, and I'm going to go get them. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. You know, it wasn't no term or any of this crap that y'all do nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no beef or none of this. Oh, yo, shit, fake. It wasn't none of that, man. It really was then a sneaker community. You know what I'm saying? Back then. Those are the days I miss. That's why I say I can relate to guys like DJ, The Kid Always, Jersey Deep, Rob Dollar. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple other cats on here with the whole, with the shoe thing. G Money 041. You know, because we all have stories behind this. And that's the stuff that's one thing, though, that I do miss about the camping out. Because it's some real guys that you would sit out there and talk to that are on the same level as you, and they're not out there trying to act like they better or any of that type of stuff. You know, like I said, that is a major thing that's missing from the shoe game now. Motherfuckers, man, they think they just running something because you got 10 pair of motherfucking Jordans. You know, you ain't shit. I'm saying it. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, you know, and they, you know, everything got to have a name on it. People are sneaker heads and sneaker kings and all that stuff. And to be honest, man, the real sneaker heads and the real sneaker kings are the guys who show respect to the game, man. Not you niggas out here running around here talking shit and down talking everybody else, man. Y'all are nothing. The real sneaker heads and the sneaker kings are the guys who are humble and know that it takes hard work and know that if it wasn't without the man upstairs, they would not have not a pair of shoes sitting in their closet right now. So, that's my spiel. That's my walk down memory lane. I hope you guys enjoyed it because I enjoy sitting here bringing this video to you guys. Y'all guys take it easy, man. Food for thought. Y'all guys do the dishes.
Everybody's got a price. Everybody's gonna pay.